Previously on Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school, and then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? Guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up till now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. I almost said Mukro's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. Where the gate was down before, that should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. That's a lot of places. Okie dokie. I guess we'll just start with the rooms that were locked before that. So, okay. Let's just start with the biolab, why not? Or guess we'll start in here, because there's the exclamation mark in the garden. Okay, garden. Huh? It's gone. Mukro's body. It's not here. They probably removed it a while ago. Monokuma flower. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? The 3 Ps? PPP? Well, I don't think it's related to the case, so I'd better keep my distance. Don't want to get my pee-pee cut off. Oh, and like the rest of me, I guess. Maybe the body is inside the tool shed. Better check, just to be sure. Didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not in here either, then it must be. I have no idea where, but corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp in in the corner of the tarp. It says Biolab? Then this originally came from the Biolab. Tarp has been added to your thing. I don't think there's anything else to check out in here. Is that lawnmower? I don't think it's related to maybe the pickaxe, because it... Okay. Pickaxe is what I was supposed to click on. It's that pickaxe. On the handle it says Crazy Diamond. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. Pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. Strange. Okay, well, I guess that didn't do anything. That's all I really needed to check here. But where could her body have gone? I better start looking for it. I mean, we don't want to look at the chickens. Maybe it's in with the chickens. Still just 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. I love chickens. Alright, well, I guess we just leave then. Yes. Alright. So, next up... The dojo also has some things. So let's go there. It's right across. There's a Toko in here. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were.
What do you want?
I'm so disgusting you want me out of your sight? Yes, exactly. Please leave. No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not a single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give me back my precious time! Hey man, you wasted yourself. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
You don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? I mean, the same thing. When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless. Good for nothing. Well, okay, we already know that. Nobody's gonna say that except for everyone's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I could disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Probably because you say shit like that. And also, you suck. Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Yeah, I guess there are no clues here. Locker. There's a bunch of wooden lockers in here. We found a clue in here, but it was just the mastermind's attempt to frame Kyoko. I can totally imagine Sakura out here using this train. The target seemed pretty far away. I'm always amazed to see what people could do with a bow and arrow, like Link from Legend of Zelda. I hope I can play as Zelda in Breath of the Wild too. Probably not though. A suit of armor is on display. It's extremely Japanese. Okay, well, I guess it's time to leave. Yup. Okay, Biolab is next, and I think that's everything on this floor. Yeah, so then we head down to the second floor, and we can check the dorms there. Ooh. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. Abnormally. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? I love refrigerators. There's some tarps. Just a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Ugh, so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. I don't fucking know. The freezers, I guess? There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Ah, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? Should probably take a closer look around. There's some kind of... Oh, okay. There's a bunch of glowing blue lights, but only some of the lights are on. The ones on the left... The right-hand lights are off. Okay, so there are bodies in here. So if I'm remembering correctly, Sayaka, Leon, Chihiro, Mondo, Taka, Hifumi, Celeste, Sakura, Mukuro? That's 7. Am I missing anyone? I don't think so. What else we got? There are icicles hanging from the monitor. I'm surprised this surveillance camera can work with how cold it is in here. Okay. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. Looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh and as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge? Looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue. Okay. And about those lights by each slot. Looks like it's set up so when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on, which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue. Another one of the victims is... Okay. Except Mono got turned into butter, so is he just like frozen butter in his? Pretty funny. Not gonna lie, that's pretty humorous. Can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died. That's defeat the mastermind, and perform like a necromancy or something. To do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Okay. Well, I think that's everything in here then. Unless the tarps say something new. Stack of tarps here. Yeah, okay, no. Alright, so let's go to the second floor then. Okay. Is it these stairs that are always blocked off? The gate's open. Can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Holy shit. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Shit. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Some pussy shit. Aren't you supposed to investigate every nook and cranny of the school? What if in this girls' bathroom there's just like on the wall written like the mastermind is, right? It just gives away everything, but Makoto's too scared to go in. I don't think there's anything in here. No. It's a nice bathroom though. Okay. Giraffe in a locker room. Okay. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hose Peak students who came before us. Class before ours must have used these lockers. These lockers must have been used by the class that came before. He just repeats it over and over. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not gonna even bother trying. This one's not broken. What if I could open this locker? Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed at the door. That must be how you get in the locker. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the lockers on the second floor of the school. If you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean, let's just give it a try. Took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. Then, no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. Okay. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. Okay, well, I think let's just leave this place for now until we can find, like, a card reader. What else? Ooh, nice. Nice room, holy shit. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Well, this is obviously a secret door. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
Febreze? There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. How to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
Very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. Saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is that it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not really enough to go on.
it's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
When I think about how much time I wasted... Okay... A leather chair! I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Nice! There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Big titty mommy milker porn, Among Us, inflation, hentai. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know.
in other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
whew,
But I guess that's the best he could do as such a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the headmaster is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Oh shit, it's 5 people? I hope not. Gee. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
What? That's a really fucking good movie. Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Kyoko, if you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, in that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. Typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly troubling as I finished typing it in. It exploded! What? That did it? Damn. I mean, it could have been a number of possibilities, you know, it could have been Kyoko, Kyoko Kirigiri, Kyoko underscore Kirigiri. It's like, what the fuck? Kyoko, it worked!
why?
Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. Oh fuck, I missed reading something. She looked grim. Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko? I may well not have been in the room. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy, that's what made it so unusual. I guess we examine the present. It's a brightly covered box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Could we open it? Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. What if it's the head of Gwyneth Paltrow? But, I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it's what I think it is. At the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway,
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you sure saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. Took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Dumbass, you weren't supposed to scream. Kyoko's voice was no use, I let out a trembling cry. Oh shit. What was in the box? It was bones! The TV show, Human Bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? Just as I thought. What? Just as you thought? How could you have even known that? I mean, there were bones in there, human bones! Well, it's not that what I was thinking of the bones is... It's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? Nice to meet you, Mr. Kirikiri. That's the same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope Speak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
Alter Ego said that the headmaster is probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of this killing game were us 16 students. When he put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words...
that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility, but I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. And no, Kyoko said she wanted to see her father, so she would cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. And I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Okay. Shit. Alright, let's look at the other things in here. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
because-
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay, then if you don't mind. Starting from the top. Now we're started from the bottom, now we're here. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. Found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
Handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it is.
I think you're probably
it
right.
seems
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Yeah, we can open those lockers now. Why don't you hold on to it?
But Kyoko.
I don't need it, and if you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here.
Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey,
It's fine. Check whatever you want. I've said this multiple times, you dumb shit.
Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
well,
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business or legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
now,
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate.
Huh? This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of me? Hey, Kyoko.
why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now?
Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl.
Well, no shit.
Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself. To cut him off out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? I mean, probably.
Kyoko,
Hey,
listen.
Makoto,
Huh?
can I ask you a favor?
A favor? What is it?
so
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
hey,
could you leave?
Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd like to be alone for a bit.
Kyoko.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Just need to calm down a little.
Just
I
a
need to get my
second.
emotions in order.
You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But
Maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you're going to say? If so, it's just a theory.
a game theory. Thanks for watching.
And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself.
Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Ugh, leg. She really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. Now he's just a headmaster. There's no doubt that the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster was dead. They killed him!
The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak's headmaster. So that same person may very well be the headmaster who planned all this out. According to all the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is...
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure they told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, blah, blah, blah. We've read this so many times. The only people to take a single step in hope speak since the killing game began are those 16 students. They really like flashing back to this shit. Like, they think our memory is only like 5 minutes at a time. Can't remember something that happened like 30 minutes ago. 15 of us met in the main hall, and add Mukuro to the mix and get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Oh right, I forgot about Junko when I was counting the morgues. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me, Byakuya. Okay, we know who's still alive. Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. There's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Okay. Let's go back to the locker room, because it's over here. And now that we have the handbook, we can probably open some of those lockers. That's a lot of lockers. Okay. Wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the lock open. After all, it's pretty similar to... yeah. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean, well, let's just give it a try. I took out my e-handbook and ran across the card reader, and then... no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Wait, but... what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Why would you step away from the locker? Took the emergency e-handbook and ran it across the card reader and... alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. Oh, fuck. Locker's totally disorganized. It looks like hero stuff. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. This is a crystal ball, huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. There's all kinds of textbooks and notes stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuffed this didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Oh shit. What? There's no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Higakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. Which would mean... he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had a chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Okay. Let's look at the cards. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Crystal ball can't be... okay. Okay, let's look at some of these other lockers. Took the emergency handbook and ran across the card reader and looks like the locker open. Now let's see what we got inside. Don't see anything that might be a clue. These are all blocked. This metal plate mounted to the locker, there's no way to get it open. Looks like this locker's already broken. Took
the emergency handbook. Okay. Looks like the locker open. Let's see what we got inside. This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. There's some writing inside, so it could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting. All the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was looking through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Host Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in their communal life. I decided to talk to the one that came up with the plan directly. Just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. Okay, so it's Kyoko's. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we can have. I hope you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. I mean, I can. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko, it could be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one person who came up with the plan directly. Just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? Quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that could prove me wrong about this whole thing. When I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my head just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, unorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us? What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we just survive. There's a second despair. But the more I see, the less it makes sense, because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? Notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. The pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward, and I have to believe in everyone. Okay. Nope, don't see anything that could be a clue. So many lockers. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Okay. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even going to bother trying. Okay. Well, I think that's it in here then. So what else do we have to go to? There's the data center. Actually, what else is on this floor? Oh. Not much. We can go to this room. Kyoko's still in there. Okay. So let's go this way then. Bunch of old rooms. Oh shit. I opened the door just a crack, latched inside, and immediately closed again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not really even a bed anymore. It's just garbage. Okay, well, I guess there's nothing really in here. Okay. So I think that's it for this floor then. So, let's see what else we can find. 4th floor, the data center, and Headmaster's room. The change in music. It's like this rock shit now. Oh, well, this is messy. This is the Headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya, what's up, dude? No, Byakuya is growing on me. He's still an asshole, but he's growing on me. Toko, not so much. The bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with files and thick books. Thick books for thick dicks.
Come on.
Thick books for thick women. Hey, Makoto.
Not possible.
Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
Such ignorance.
When we get out of here, remember this moment. What the fuck? You want me to talk to you first? Fine. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78, student registry, contains profiles for all of us, and Mukuro.
So in other words,
Apparently, class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found out Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
Oh, that's right. It also mentioned class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? Talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So in other words,
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You literally ask me during class trials to tell people what you already know. You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself.
Interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats. Close, but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior, too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all, but if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I'll be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the Headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise, to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within that file you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. Yeah, it's Mukuro. It says her name right next to it, you fucking idiot. The further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... What is he trying to say? There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Well, the body's gone, so we can't really check. Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice for me to use, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice from me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her.
In
Huh?
other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? My hunches tend to be proven right. Oh, like the numerous hunches about the class trials that were all wrong? The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. Okay, what else is around here? Class number 78, student registry. Apparently that's us. It has profiles of me and everyone I met at the beginning, and Mukuro. Just like us, Mukuro was apparently a new student here at Hope's Peak. Mukuro Ikusaba, part of the Ultimate Despair. Which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. But then why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? There are trophies, and even a shield in the display case. Okay, well that's not really that helpful now, is it? There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Okay, I think that's about it in here then. So let's go to the data center. Office. Where is the data center? Is it over here? Nope, that's Chem. Okay. Data center. Oh, okay, it's this way. Here we go.
Hey, Makoto.
Ah, Makoto, are you here to look around too?
Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, I can't help but wonder what about that Monokuma door.
Yeah,
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
but
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean,
Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck. So, you open it, because I don't give a shit about you.
Sure, she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Can I look around first? It's a bunch of computers all lined up. They all look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptops Alter Ego was installed on. This must be what the Mastermind uses to connect to the network. Even though I'm living it, I might have watched the broadcasts of the killing game myself. It's not like the other monitors, it's a normal TV set up to receive the live broadcast. Apparently, this killing game is being broadcast live across the world. Thinking about it is making my mind start to creak again, so I'd better stop. There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. Mastermind has been watching us on these. Alright, let's go into the explosive room then. Okay, so I guess I'll open it.
Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded.
Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid under it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. Threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. No, weird. It's like a... What the fuck? There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was...
Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. What is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though, like some kind of military installation or something.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it.
Yeah, but Fumi's dead. Cockpit? Yeah, cock. So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit? Then that could mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons.
Hold on, you can't just... Or whatever, something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel.
Huh? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push?
I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one, the button that says Data Center.
Data center.
Well, it sounded like the sound Monokuma makes when he appears, the little boing.
I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of the room next to it. Just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out.
Yes, please, I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Thanks for the help, Hina.
Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hello. Hey!
Roar! Roar! Give me all your donuts!
Is that you, Hina?
What? Ah, man, busted. How'd you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera setup?
You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button.
Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Ah, man.
Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside.
Well, hey, Makoto, what the heck was that just now?
Monokuma.
Huh? What do you mean?
What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma.
Monokuma? What? For real?
Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room.
Yeah.
They were definitely in here. The Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey.
Maybe the Mastermind can monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time.
Kyoko's theory was right.
But if the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside this school the whole time?
I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true,
It's a very
okay, no, I'm not even gonna read it this time because we've seen this so many times. Then the Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right?
What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making.
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, okay.
What about you? Is everything okay?
Oh, well, it's just... This is where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something.
I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true.
So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out.
Yeah, good point. Can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going?
Yeah.
Alright, As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that?
Ah, the door. It just locked on its own.
What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked. But why?
Of course it's locked because the data center is now restricted.
Monokuma!
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you like.
Hey.
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving.
Yeah, totally. It's in that room.
So you may have guessed that's where my controls are.
Um.
So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room?
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch?
No way! The hatch on the floor?
Too bad. That was your one big chance, and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace!
I hate him.
He's gone, but
So,
was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there?
In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then when I said we should leave...
Well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most out of the time we have left.
You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you've got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later.
Hino took off at a full sprint. I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward.
Oh shit, I guess that's it.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
Oh no. Well, this can't be good.
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Okay. Why do you say it like that? What now? He wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious. There's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right?
Alright. Now we're at the gym.
Hey, Hero. Oh, hey, Hero. Ha, Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go! Hero, wait! There was no point to try to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hero? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time?
I mean, probably. Next time on Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. Hello.